Hello, salam sejahtera. My name is Resti Joseph. So today I'm going to present of my final year project proposal, which is my title is the study of golden apple snails population in a paddy field at Kampung Tondulu, Tambunan, Sabah. So this is the overview or what I'm going to talk on this video presentation, which is the abstract, the introduction, the problem statement, the objective, the limitation, the literature review, the golden apple snails description, methodology, the data analysis, and the expected outcome as well. So for the abstract study investigate the population dynamics of golden apple snails, or known as Pomacia canaliculata in Kampung Tondulu, Tambunan, Sabah. So the research aimed to investigate the population dynamics of golden apple snails in paddy field. So the study employed capture, recapture, sampling techniques and statistical analysis to assess the snails population size. Understanding the population dynamics of golden apple snails can help to develop effective pest management strategies. So this knowledge can aid the farmers in implementing targeted control measures, minimizing crop damage and reducing yield losses caused by the snails infestations, especially in paddy field. So as we know, rice production plays a vital role in Malaysia's agricultural sector, contributing significantly to the nation's food security and economic development. So the introductions of study focus on investigating the presence or distributions of the Pomacia canaliculata, or known as golden apple snails in the paddy field, especially in Kampung Tondulu, Tambunan, Sabah. So, golden apple snails are notorious pests that can cause significantly damage to rice crops, leading to economic losses and food security concerns in Malaysia. Next, we move to the problem statement. So, Malaysia face persistent struggles in managing the golden snails population and mitigating its negative impact on rice production. The snails, known for their voracious appetite and ability to reproduce quickly, led to reduce the crop yields, increase the production costs, and a decline in overall paddy productivity. And the golden apple snails population remain a persistent challenge in Malaysia rice production sector. Its adaptability and resilience, combined with favorable environment conditions, contribute to its continued proliferation. So controlling the spread of the golden apple snails and minimizing its impact on rice cultivation requires sustained efforts, research and collaboration with scientists, the agricultural experts and the farmers as well. And this is required time consuming and the cost consuming as well. So the main objective of this study is to investigate the population dynamics of the golden apple snails in paddy fields among farmers at Kampung Tondulu, Tambunan, Sabah. So this is the limitation that will be faced during conducting the study or the research. Obtaining a sufficiently large and representative sample of golden apple snails in paddy fields may be challenging. Snails population can vary spatially and temporally, making it difficult to capture the full range of diversity and ecological dynamics of golden apple snails. So this is the descriptions of the rice. So the scientific name of the rice is Oryza sativa. So it comes from the family of grass family, and the genus is Oryza. So for the literature review, I have 3 literature review here. The first one is based on the article Invasive Apple Snails in Malaysia. Because of the majority rice farmers in Malaysia practice directly seedling in order to compensate for a lag labor, the impact of an apple snails infestations is significantly more severe in Malaysia than it is anywhere else, said Badrul Hadza in 2017. And the second literature is that the significant climatic changes, which is the heavy rain and flood in November 2010 that have devastated whole area of Kedah and Perlis, have made the snails distribution more aggressive, and this has promoted the spreading the snails distribution and had become more aggressive due to the drastic meteorological changes, said Noor in 2012. And for the third literature review, the golden apple snails, often known as GAS, is an invertebrate that is considered to be a major nuisance in the rice field. When it comes to getting rid of this problem, the vast majority of farmers choose to use synthetic molluscicide since it provides quick and reliable results, said Rohaizat in 2023. So golden apple snails are known as a big freshwater snails with gills and an operculum. Pomacia canaliculata is a member of the family Ampullariidae, the apple snails. It is known by the popular names, which is golden apple snails and channeled apple snails. So the World War's invasive alien species list places this South American species among the top 100 based on prior records from Peninsular Malaysia rice fields. We hypothesize that the two Pomacia species, which is called Pomacia canaliculata and Pomacia maculata, were present in Malaysia, said Sugania in 2018. So this is the descriptions of the Pomacia canaliculata. It has a large up to 10 cm, and the shell color is brownish or greenish. The body color is dark, bright pink eggs, and it can produce egg about 50 cm from water surface, and reproductive maturity is reached in 3 months to 2 years, and lifespan is up to 4 years. And for Pomacia maculata, it has a large up to 15 cm, the shell color pale olive green to a darker green with a dark bands across the shell, and the shell is quite thin. The snail lays pink eggs and clutches above the water level. So next I'm going to talk about the methodology. So the first one is the study area. So the location that was chosen to conduct the research is 8 Kampung Tondulu, Tambunan, Sabah. And the area of paddy field is 1.13 kilometer from the Balaraya of Kampung Tondulu, Tambunan. And the cultivations of paddy is on flooded field. So the area measurement is 16,891 square feet. So as you can see at the figure, it shows the study area through the Google Earth. And next we go to the materials. So materials are the tools that will be used in the research to record or to get the informations about the golden apple snails populations. So as you can see, the fingernail polish, so this one is used to mark the captured golden apple snails, and the next one is plastic bags, which is used to collect and to store the golden apple snails that been captured. Next is Gliricidia sepium leaves. This is a botanical traps method that use as an attractant to attract the golden apple snails. And lastly, the notebook that used to record the data. So next we move to the data collection method. So the sampling method that will be used to conduct the research is capture-recapture sampling method. So what is this method? So the capture-recapture or mark recapture method is a technique used in ecology and population biology to estimate the size populations. It is based on the idea that capturing a sample of individuals from a population, mark them in some way, and then release them back into the population, and then recapture another sample later. We will use the proportions of marked individuals in the second sample to estimate the total population size. So the study will be conducted in the second week of August in 2023, and the study will take about 2 weeks for collecting data, and the time interval will be 1 week, which is mean for the week 1 we will go to the capture method, and then after 1 week and then we go to the recapture method to collect the data. So this is a brief about the procedure of the method. So the first one is setting up the study area. So 10 quadrat or 10 samples will be identified in the study area, and after that the setting up the trap system, which is we use the botanical traps, and the traps that will be used is that leaves or Gliricidia sepium leaves. Okay, and the trap will be left for 1 day, and then the next day we will come back, and then we capture the snails and then record the number of snails that been captured. So after that we go to the marking the captured snails. So after we get the snails, captured snails from the capture, and then we will simply mark using the fingernail polish to identify that the golden apple snails is already been captured. Okay, and next one is releasing the snails. So after marking, we will carefully release the all captured snails back into the paddy field. So why we do this? Because we want to allow the snails redistribute within the population in 1 week. So why we need to wait for 1 week? So this waiting period is necessary to minimize the bias caused by the immediate recapture. And the next one is secondary snail capture. After that, after we release and then repeat the trapping process after the waiting period has passed, meaning that after 1 week and then we come back to the field and then conduct the same trapping system as we conducted in the past 1 week. And then we must ensure that the trap system methods and the location are used in the initial capture, means that we must conduct the trap system and the location in the same places or method that we already conducted on the last week. And then after that, we record the number of captured snails during this secondary trapping system. So, this tunable index. So, what is this? So, this is a better predictor of population size because of the multiple marking and capturing sessions that provides more data and thus more precise estimates. So, this tunable index are also reduce the bias of the first assumptions that all individuals must have the same probability of being caught. So this is the formula that will be used on the research using the tunable index, where we will calculate or estimate the population size, and then we will collect the confidence interval. So by studying the golden apple snails population in paddy field, the study hoped to gain insight into its abundance, distributions, and population trends over time. So this information is really crucial for understanding the snails population dynamics, including the factors that influence population growth such as reproductive rates, mortality rates, and migration patterns. So understanding these dynamics can help predict population changes and potential outbreaks, allowing for a better management and control strategies in the futures. And that's all from me. Thank you.